This is just a reminder of how everybody have not recovered from the hurricanes that have happened. And the US Virgin Islands probably got less publicity than anyone else, but they were just as much devastated by the hurricane as Puerto Rico. But so much attention was given to Puerto Rico and very, very little was given to the US Virgin Islands. Not to mention the fact that Trump was supposed to visit the US Virgin Islands and he pretty much skipped out on them after Puerto Rico and he went home. So we already know we got one of the most uncaring presidents on the face of the earth. And just let this be a sign that any type of disaster happen, we need a backup plan on how we're going to make it through. We cannot depend on the US government. The US government has never been there for Black people. It has a standing reputation of trying to harm us more than it has tried to help us. And this reputation goes on all through slavery, their unwillingness to step in and stop all the lynchings, their unwillingness to step in and stop Jim Crow, all of the abuse Black people took during the civil rights movement. We can go on with how shabby this government has been towards the Black citizens, whether it's in the islands or here on the mainland. But I'm going to go ahead and play this video. It's Dear Everyone, Sincerely, the Virgin Islands. And it's a documentary that just came out. And right now it can be seen, I believe, at the Burke Theater in Washington, D.C. I'm going to go ahead and play this video that Roland Martin has out. Let's see.
Last night, a screening for the documentary film Dear Everyone, Sincerely, the Virgin Island was shown at the Burke Theater to bring awareness to the devastating impact of Hurricanes Irma and Maria on the U.S. Virgin Islands. Our cameras were there, and this is what took place.
They told us it was coming. We should have been more prepared. They were saying our paradise will be taken away, and we couldn't come to terms with it. The entire community, helping each other, believing in each other, was the beacon of hope we needed to continue to move forward. Today is here, and we have tomorrow to look forward to. Our community, our collective family couldn't be taken away from us. She was me, and I am her. We were one. Sincerely, Virgin Island.
We're concerned as Virgin Islanders when people are on the ground and they look at, hear the national news or hear stories about what's being told, because people in the Virgin Islands, many of them do not have outside communication right now. And so they're only hearing what their family members are able to communicate from them in the States. And when they see the discussions about Puerto Rico or Florida and they don't hear the Virgin Islands, there's a real concern that they're not going to be taken care of. What's really important about this film is it gives an opportunity for others to hear our story and know what the needs are of the people of the Virgin Islands. I mean, listen, 2 Category 5 hurricanes hitting an island of 100,000 people. Both of our hospitals are gone, many of our schools, tremendous amounts of loss of homes. It's something that the federal government needs to be engaged in, and we need the support of other African Americans, of other Americans, to support us. But one of the great things that I'm hoping that this film does is not just show our need, but show the resilience and the strength of the people of the Virgin Islands. That despite what's happened, that we're able to continue to pick ourselves up and move on. Those hurricanes may have bent our backs, but they didn't break them. That we're not a broken people, that we still have resilience and ability to recreate ourselves.
During the meeting that we had with the Congresswoman, they wanted to help get the word out. And because I'm the event planner and publicist, I guess that's part of why they called me. But given the magnitude of what needed to be said, it would take more than a press conference or a press release. And so I slept on it. And I woke up, my spirit said, hey, tell the story. Do a documentary. Once you make a decision to do something, you have to move. It's really we have to move, and we don't have any time because we want to get it done before the holidays kick in. Because that begins to cloud the situation with holidays and the time. People forget, So we have to really get in and just do it. So it's really all about awareness. This is what this project is about: awareness. And with that, you'll empower people to take action, whether it's from a political standpoint, social justice standpoint, raising money, rebuilding, all of that.
So if you say anything to your beautiful people of the Virgin Islands, what would it be?
We survive for a reason. There's a whole lot of work to do. Let's put our hands to it. Let's get it done. And I would say, let's cut the red tape. There's a lot of red tape that's keeping services and goods from the hands of people who need it. And I implore on the gatekeepers to cut the red tape and let's get to the business of serving people.
Weekdays on TV One.
I will never lie to you.
Oh my God.
All right, y'all. I mean, as you can clearly see, they are nowhere near out of the woods in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's an island predominantly Black, and they lost everything too. They are lacking food and water. They've lost, like they said, 2 hospitals. Countless homes are lost. They need food and water just like everybody else that's been through these disasters. And the impact of everything they lost in Irma, whatever was still standing when Maria came through, that was all she wrote. So they're in need of everything right now. We can't forget about them by any means. I'm glad this documentary is out. I wish it was shown everywhere, not just in Washington, D.C. I think everybody in the mainland need to see this full documentary. If I can get a hold of it, I will play the whole thing so that you can see and hear what the people on that island have to say. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. And don't forget to hit on that notification bell. Peace, family.